Victory. The last opponent falls. The island goes silent. The storm dissolves and the sky freezes, stuck mid-animation. I stand alone, a victory banner hovering over my head, flashing and stuttering, like it's not sure it should even be there. I laugh under my breath. I did it. I finally won. All those late nights, all those close calls, they finally paid off. But when I reach for the logout button, my finger passes right through it, like smoke. The icon flickers from blue to a deep warning red, a color I've never seen before. The air starts to hum, not loudly, but with this insistent, low thrum, like the whole world is holding its breath. Then, the ground beneath me just opens up, a perfect circle of white light. It's not fire, not darkness, but something clinical, precise. Before I can even shout or move, the light pulls me upward. I'm lifted off my feet, and the island stretches away below me until it looks flat and unreal. Then, everything snaps. I hit solid ground, hard. The impact knocks the air right out of my lungs. It's not grass or sand. It's cold concrete that smells faintly of metal and disinfectant. I look up. There's no sky, just a ceiling of lights arranged in perfect, sterile rows. The walls are reinforced glass, and behind them, massive screens are replaying my match from every possible angle. My movements traced with lines and numbers. A calm voice speaks. Congratulations on a successful completion, Jax. It uses my username first, and then my real name. My stomach drops. I never entered my real name anywhere. I scramble to my feet, my voice shaking as I demand to know where I am. What is this? Is this some kind of prank? A dream? The voice explains, gently, that the match is over, but the program is not. Logging out, it says, was a courtesy offered to participants who didn't meet the extraction criteria. I laugh again, louder this time. The words are ridiculous. Games don't extract people. This is insane. Then, a door slides open. I see them, dozens of others, standing in rooms just like mine. They're all wearing neutral gray training clothes. Some are older, some younger, but they all have the same unsettled look. The look of people who expected a menu screen and got this. They look at me, and there is a flicker of recognition in their eyes that has nothing to do with my gamer tag. A woman steps forward. I'm Lena, she says. I won 3 years ago. 3 years? She looks my age. She tells me time works differently here, measured in drills and evaluations, not days and nights. She says what everyone says at first. I want to go home. And then she tells me what everyone eventually learns. Home isn't accessible from this side. She explains that extraction didn't just move our bodies, it updated our status. We were flagged as unavailable, removed from civilian systems for our own safety. They said, for operational security. What operation? I demand. What kind of operation needs a bunch of gamers? The answer comes as a tour through the facility. We walk past simulation rooms that look disturbingly like simplified versions of the game maps. We see training areas where teams move with a practice coordination that's almost terrifying. We pass briefing halls where real-world footage plays on giant screens, disaster zones, unstable regions, chaos. The instructors explain that the game was never just a game. It was a global assessment tool, a way to study how millions of people react to pressure, to uncertainty, to competition. They weren't just watching our kill-death ratios. They were watching who adapts, who leads, who hesitates, who protects others, even when there's no in-game reward for it. Something twists in my chest. I think back to all the times I took a huge risk to revive a teammate. The times I ignored the safe path to help someone who was pinned down. They saw all of it. They analyzed it. The instructors talk about it without judgment, like analysts discussing weather patterns. They explain that modern conflicts aren't like the old wars. Chaos is unpredictable. Environments change faster than traditional training can prepare soldiers for. But players like us, raised in dynamic virtual worlds, we treat instability as normal. We see danger as a problem to be solved, not something to freeze in front of. I listen in silence as they reframe everything I loved about the game into a recruitment pipeline. Over the next few weeks, the shock goes into a new routine. I train alongside the others, people who once stood alone under their own victory banners. We learn to move without a HUD, to communicate without pings, to adapt when our best laid plans collapse. And the most unsettling part, it feels natural. The instincts transfer so easily. The rhythm of action, threat, and solution is so familiar. That familiarity scares me more than anything else, because it means the system was right about me. It means this is what I was built for. One day, during a break, Lena tells me something that clicks everything into place. Winning was the test, she says, not survival. Anyone can survive by hiding in a corner, but only the winners, the ones who push and push until the very end, only they reveal their true decision-making under maximum pressure. What happens to the ones who never win? I ask. Lena just shrugs. They keep playing, she says. They just live their lives completely unaware. Weeks later, I'm deployed. My team is sent to assist in a real-world evacuation. We move through a ruined city that feels eerily like a map I once memorized. I see the parallels everywhere, the choke points, the high ground, the patterns of cover. I realize the game didn't copy reality. It abstracted it, simplified it, made it easier to digest. During the mission, I noticed the system trying to guide me. Subtle cues appear on my wrist, display suggested routes, optimal actions. For a moment, I follow them. It's what I've been trained to do. But then I see them, a group of civilians, huddled in a building just outside the highlighted safe zone. They aren't marked as objectives. They're just people. The system doesn't account for the extra time it would take to help them. My display flags it as inefficient. And in that moment, something in me finally snaps. Not with anger, but with perfect clarity. The game always rewarded optimization, not humanity. Extraction was designed to find people who would accept that trade-off without a second thought. People who would follow the most efficient path, no matter the cost. I make a different choice. I divert my team from the suggested path. We're going to help them. Immediately, my interface glitches. Alarms blare, not for enemy danger, but for deviation. And I smile, a real smile, despite the fear. Because for the first time since that white light pulled me from my world, I feel like the decision is actually mine. As the mission ends and the facility prepares for my debrief, I know things have changed. Back on millions of screens around the world, the game is quietly updating. The victory banner looks the same. The rules haven't changed. But somewhere deep in the code, a new parameter has been added. Because the system is always learning, and players keep chasing first place, unaware that winning doesn't mean logging out. It means being noticed. And the portal only ever opens for those who reach the end. Thanks for watching. If you want more stories like this, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell. See you next time.